Why aren't you all queuing up outside McDonald's, Burger King and KFC then? Why aren't you queuing up at their door if you all want a job so badly?
The government wants to revolutionise the welfare system, and it's targeting lone parents, the long-term unemployed and the sick.
I don't genuinely think that some of them are as poorly as what they're saying they are.
The bill for social security benefits keeps on rising. It's now more than all the income tax paid by British taxpayers put together.
Benefits scrounge a lone parent, blah, 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 blah. Sapping off system, can't be bothered to work, staying at home and using the kids as an excuse. You've heard it all before, haven't you?
A fair system that is tough on the work-shy and supportive to those who are desperate to work has eluded all political parties.
And you have to conform or just take you off the programme. End of story.
But I'm telling you now, if he speaks to me like that again, he'll get top of my head.
This government's radical idea is to award large contracts to private sector companies and charities and reward them for getting claimants into work.
You know, I've had people who said to me, Emma, I can't possibly take that job. Thanks for finding me that job. But who's going to walk my dog? We want to work alongside somebody who wants our help, and together we'll find a way forward.
Paying by results has given rise to a new breed of benefit buster.
There is not one of you in this room that cannot go out and get a job tomorrow, and that is a fact. This course is all about you. Not about me, not about your children, it's about you. If you've got a headache or a bit of stomach ache, or you just generally don't feel like coming in, I won't understand. I will not hesitate to take disciplinary action. That could lead to you having a suspension on your benefits, and I would hate for that to happen.
The government now wants unemployed single mothers to be prepared to work once their youngest child is aged 11. From next year, that age drops to 7.
If you're not open and honest, it's going to take longer to get you ready for work placement.
In a pilot scheme in Doncaster, run by the country's largest private welfare company, s01e, a group of single mothers has been sent by the Job Centre on a 6-week confidence-boosting course aimed at getting them into jobs.
And you will hear all about this the whole way through the next 6 weeks until you're sick of the sight of batteries. Positive and negative. Positivity is the key to everything.
The course is called Elevate, and one of its chief architects is benefit buster Hayley Taylor.
The routine's been at home, putting Jeremy Kyle on a morning, putting some washing in, making a sandwich at dinner time, timing the school run. Just this constant circle of the same pattern every single day. If you want something, whatever it is, you have to work for it. It cannot be your right for it to be given to you.
Schemes like this will soon be rolled out nationwide, with the government paying s01e £100 a week for every single mother who attends, plus a bonus for finding them a job. Emma Harrison is the chairman of s01e. She believes work makes people better off mentally and financially.
We do so much stuff we call improving people's lives. You know, if we get the chance to improve somebody's life and have contracts with governments to do that, that's what we do. I think it's a recognition that it is a good way and it's a better way. We want to work alongside somebody who wants our help, yeah, and together we'll find a way forward. It's a together thing rather than we're going to do it to you.
The biggest change probably in your lives was when you had your children and then the relationship broke down and you became lone parents. Would you like to see on your epitaph, lovely girl but never did much? Or would you like to see lived a fantastic life and made a difference? Have you noticed me butterflies? A butterfly, egg, ugly caterpillar, and then it goes into its chrysalis, its cocoon, doesn't it? And in there it stays. until it grows into something absolutely beautiful. And what you've got to think is, at the moment, you're in that chrysalis, aren't you? You're stuck in it well and truly, and it's not opened yet, and you've not had that chance to fly. There is going to come a point when you are fully formed, just like the butterfly, and out you come, and God help the world. In order for you to change, you need to identify what's holding you back, what you're going to change. Your answers on here will make it apparent. Filling in the gaps. Quite a few of them have got issues going on, but I just still need to identify what they are.
In these questionnaires, each of the women is instructed to write down their fears and anxieties that have developed during their unemployment and are keeping them from the workplace.
My concerns are always the ones that are more guarded. The ones that can show emotion and deal with that emotion, we can usually move forward quite quickly. Just over a minute left. It is commonplace for the clients to become upset. It is common that they feel guilty. And that's what this course helps deal with, those barriers, that guilt and those emotions. All of these things are things that we need to work on, okay? On helping you change. And know how you feel. And know how you feel.
I want my kids to look at me in the future and know that you get things because of work. You can't just get things handed to you. I want a job. I need to get out of this house and get something. Obviously, it's got to be worth my while so I can pay my bills at the end of the day.
Do you know how much you're going to have to earn in order to sort of...
To cover everything, basically I get about £300 a week now with council tax, rent and dinner money. I manage now, we're comfortable, but it shouldn't be comfortable. On the social, they should make it hard work to get benefits like that, but they don't. They just make it so easy.
It's not very optimistic, is it? It's not very positive, is it? I think the reality of never having answered questions like that before and actually seeing it written down is sometimes the trigger of how they need to deal with things and what they need to deal with.
Unlike some other people, as it happens, I've not got into debt through just going out and blowing money. I've got into debt trying to bring her up, trying to give her the best I can. It's just backfired. These companies want the money.
Since the birth of her daughter 5 years ago, Dawn has amassed debts of £75,000 on credit cards.
I don't want to be on benefit. I didn't choose to be. I'm not any better off on than off.
Because that's when you've got to face it.
It's not an easy life. Everything I've got in this house, I've bought and paid for with money that I've earned. You know, it's one of them. And I want to be able to buy myself stuff again. You know, like the computer. It'd be great to have the internet back again, can't afford that. Anyone who chooses to be on benefits is an absolute muppet.
I have 2 or 3 people who have got extreme needs that need to be addressed. This isn't unusual though, this is how Elevate goes. I'm going to try and get to the bottom of it this morning.
So in a sense, is it breaking, with the best will in the world, sort of breaking people down to build them back up? Mm-hmm. To sort of break through?
Yeah, I mean, probably a lot of other people could criticise because they could say that that's making someone feel bad about themselves. But you can't make someone do that. They either feel good about themselves or they feel bad about themselves. If they feel bad about themselves, they're never going to move forward. How are you today?
Thank you.
Right. What I want to talk to you about is, you know yesterday when we did the change what?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you put about respecting yourself more. Can you just tell me about that? Because you're shaking constantly. Tell me why you're shaking.
That's nerves.
Like you're feeling things are out of control and you feel like you can't cope. What do you tend to lean towards? What do you use as your sort of comfort, relaxant?
Music.
Yeah.
Going out with friends. Going in the bath and having a glass of wine. You know.
When you said, I have a glass of wine, okay, is that all it is? Don't get upset. The question I'm going to ask you, okay, is, have you had a drink this morning?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No. How little you think of me.
You know, that's not true. It's just sometimes I've thought I've had this smell a drink.
Yeah. No.
No. If you want to go back when you're ready, all right, darling. Okay. I'm right, I know I'm right. This is my Bible. What not to wear. So sometimes in order to be confident and show confidence, we need a few little helping points, don't we? From today, there will be no more jeans.
As week 2 commences, the course has proven too much for 2 of the women. But for Dawn, it has provided a job opportunity as a DJ, and Hayley wants to ensure she has the confidence to make the leap into employment.
You know, and let's say, for example, even if you were only going to be £10 a week better off, how much better off emotionally are you going to be?
With the situation I'm in financially and all the rest of it, I've got to make sure that there's enough money coming in when I take this job. So I think it's just the unknown.
But at the end of the day, you love that. It's your world, it's your absolute passion. To get chance of paid employment in that passion is a fantastic, isn't it? A fantastic opportunity. This applies to all of you. Jump on board with me, because we can all go to where we want to be. Dawn, good luck. You'll be fantastic. Just be you. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I don't want a negative comment. I don't want any negativity. I want you to just be yourself and sell what you know in the best way you can. Don't ask questions you know you shouldn't ask, such as pay, and don't waffle. See ya.
Hello. Hello, dear. Be for the job interview.
I'm looking at your face and guessing it's not too good.
Not really.
Why?
Basically, just wanting me to work all hours God sends for no money. He doesn't sound like he actually knows what he's doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Some people would see that as you had a job opportunity, you turned it down. Therefore, you are not entitled to what the government gives you.
Hayley wants the class to question whether Dawn's decision to turn down the DJ job is reasonable.
Can I just open this up to everybody else, and I want your honest opinions, okay? How do you feel about the fact that Dawn has turned down a job at £5 to £7 an hour?
It were everything together. It weren't just the rate of pay, but if it had been decent pay and decent hours, and basically the pay would have reflected that, and like you say, he'd have said he'd have helped out with travelling costs, I'd have been there. Yeah. I'd have done it. It's the panic of, like, would I actually be able to get home? Because as far as I'm aware, on a Thursday and a Sunday, the taxis, all taxis in Doncaster, finish at 1 o'clock. I'm finishing at 2:30. How do I get home?
Taxis don't finish at 1.
How do you know there wasn't somebody that would be working there that could have given you a lift home?
Well, you don't. I don't know that.
Right, so no one could have given you a lift there?
Not off the top of my head that I can think on, because my dad still can't drive yet.
But what, yeah, this is what I'm saying, you know, you say not off the top of my head, but if you would have sat down and stepped back and took an informed view of it, things might have been different. I don't want you to turn down opportunities for yourself, because that's not what you're here for. You're here to maximise all your opportunities, aren't you? You've gone very quiet now.
No, I'm just listening to what you're saying. And I know we should all try to live a dream, but it gets to a point where you wonder whether it's worth it or not. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes, whether it means working all hours God sends or whatever, to get this debt paid off and to basically be able to just live to a sufficient amount.
The money is the issue. But then I have my reservations where she's going to find a job that pays minimum wage that is going to bring in this amount of money that she wants.
What's she going to do in that? What does somebody do in that?
Possibly stay on benefits. Because while she's on the benefits, she's having to pay less on the debt arrangement. I hope that's not the case, but I think it could be. Hello, how are you? How are we this morning? Are we feeling well?
Yeah.
What, have you been shopping before you came? What have you been buying?
A dress and a belt.
Oh, nice colours. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's gorgeous. You always look lovely. Oh, you're lady in purple today.
I am.
Go to the little girls' room.
You're going to the little girls' room.
What's your feelings about how Donna's getting on?
About how Donna's getting on? Yeah. I think Donna's really progressing quite well. I've still got my reservations regarding the conversation that we had. This morning's symptoms of that seem to be quite bad.
With Donna's issue on the back burner for now, Hayley's decided to tackle Dawn's debts. She has asked her for a breakdown of her finances to try to help her solve them so she can move on into work.
Is it this that's worrying you so much? Is it paying off this debt that's worrying you more than anything?
Yeah.
Right. Is this your total of all your benefits a month?
Yep.
So it's £470 a month you're bringing in on benefits.
Yeah.
What is this paying off?
75 grand's worth of debt.
This isn't including the catalogues. Right. They are extra on top. Mm-hmm. What's Virgin?
Well, that's my internet, phone and television.
Have you got Slight Sky?
Yeah, it's
right.
like cable, isn't it?
Right, could you not look at knocking that
That's
off?
the minimum I can knock it down to.
That's the smallest package?
Yep.
I'm putting a question mark at the side of there because I'm on Virgin and mine's nowhere near that much a month, and I'm on top
minimum
package.
Broadband, got top package television, so Babby can have all cartoon channels. And
yeah, but is that a necessity in the thick of things? Is that essential?
Well, no, but I'm not being funny. When I ain't got no else and I don't go nowhere and I don't do no.
To be honest, looking at it, I think what you've done is you've sat down and tried to justify not working, is how it looks to me.
No, I've not tried not justifying working.
But Dawn, I've got to tell you how it looks, right? You've put every little thing down that might not even come into it. What I'm looking at is, you know, realistically, to get you back to work and for the amount that you're saying that you need, it's not going to happen even with 2 part-time jobs, is it?
Just give me 2 minutes.
That Gimme Gizmos, I was reading their advert this morning. They want enthusiastic, energetic, young people.
You're not going for it then?
No.
Now at the halfway point, the women should be starting to apply for the job vacancies that A4E finds for them. But they all still appear reluctant, not least Dawn.
There's a DJ job come up that I saw yesterday in one of the pubs in town in the window. So I said to her this morning, first thing as soon as she came in, you need to go down there. I've just asked her if she'll go down there, and she's saying now she'll go down there after she's done here, which is quite frustrating because I want to strike while iron's hot, so that's a bit like, oh, you know what's happening here. And then there's a retail job come up that suit 3 or 4 of them, and everybody's very reluctant to sort of want to, but you do find this. They come so in their own little comfort zone, and this has become that comfort zone here. So now it's we daren't step beyond these 4 walls. So how do you feel if people turn around and say to you, you haven't got a job then and you're job seeking? There are jobs going at McDonald's, which there are all the time. There are jobs going at Burger King all the time, and there are jobs going at KFC all the time. And does it not show on your CV you are prepared to do anything to provide for your, to provide for your family and to be a working parent? Does it not? Why aren't you queuing up at their door if you all want a job so badly?
McDonald's.
Right, so what you're doing then in theory is turning down job opportunities, are you not?
Half of them look like they've left the brain at home.
Is that not what people think about you that you're complaining about?
I don't look like I've left my brain at home, do I?
No, but you're putting people in boxes, which is what you're kicking off about. Yeah. There is not one of you in this room that cannot go out and get a job tomorrow, and that is a fact. That is a fact.
Determined to keep the women moving forward into work, Hayley's decided to remind them of what they're trying to escape from.
I suppose it's quite cruel, really, but sometimes you need a wake-up call and a reality check to know exactly where you are in order to know how to progress from that point. That's what I want you now to take a look at, because that's where you visit regularly. You go there. I'm sorry, but when everybody comes past on the bus, you're in that. You're in it, whether you like it or you don't. When you say to someone, I haven't got a job, I'm unemployed, that's the first image that's conjured up.
I think sometimes you do think, but that's not me.
But it is you.
No, but I mean, you know, like, because you've all got different circumstances.
Yeah, but you are claiming benefits the same as anybody that is standing outside there. You are going in to claim your benefits, whether you're standing outside, whether you're inside, whether you're in the foyer. You're claiming benefits from there. A lot of the traits, when I first met you, is what I saw. Dreary, unfocused, slouchy, it's all a big effort. If you don't want to go back to that, no, you don't want to go back there. So what do? If you don't want to revisit through those horrible doors of the job centre, through all those people that you have to battle your way through everybody's little box that they've put you in, everybody's little stereotype of you, benefit scrounger, lone parent, blah, 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 sapping off system, can't be bothered to work, staying at home and using the kids as an excuse. You've heard it all before, haven't you? What do you do to stop it?
I taught English abroad, which I thought was fantastic, but I decided I enjoyed the teaching, but not the actual... I mean, I enjoyed the English, but I didn't think it was my subject. So when I came back, I went back to college to do design technology, and I did my degree. And while I was doing that, met my husband, got married, had kids, and when by the time I finished it, and Alex was 2, I was getting divorced. I felt like I'd failed, like I'd done something wrong, like I shouldn't be on benefits, I should be able to cope. When I first walked into the Dole office and saw the lone parent, I actually burst into tears. Yeah, I think it's that feeling like other people are paying for you, and it just didn't feel right to me. So I'll have to pay them back, I have to work twice as hard.
Right! Let me just tell you something really, really... I can't even think of a word for it. I've actually been dumbstruck.
With the Elevate course rolling out nationwide, A4E's chairman, Emma Harrison, is paying a visit to find out how well the pilot is working.
That's how come I can run this massive organisation, by absolutely listening to everybody on the front and then coming back and telling all the people at the top, you know, all the sort of the people who make all these big decisions, what I've heard, what I've smelt, what I've touched, who I've had a chat with. That's what I do.
So for her to just walk through the door, we're like, you know, somebody's just there in front of you. Really, really strange experience. So probably she will come in and speak to you at some point. So just be yourself. Just be as normal. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Emma. Hiya. Hi, I'm Emma. I've just come for a bit of a nosy round, if that's all right. Yeah. Well, you all look fabulous. You know, you all look radiant. You look gorgeous.
Well, Day one, we're all sat like this. Yeah.
What were you wearing though, Jacqueline? Do you remember end of week one when you
I had jeans and a t-shirt on, didn't I? And my 6-year-old boobs.
No, I know Hayley's in the room and it's embarrassing, but I need to know because... No, it's all right, Hayley. Right, because, of course, we recruit the tutors, don't we? Yeah. The organisation. We find the tutors. So, be very specific, right? Not just tell me what she's doing. Why Hayley?
She's very, very firm in sticking to what she believes.
Firm and fair.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic about it.
Very.
She makes you feel so positive about everything.
Mm-hmm. She always came across as genuinely, you have to do this to change your life. And I always believed what she said.
Right.
Before I realised that she really is talking from the heart. So.
Very motivated.
But it's this tough love, isn't it? I know where I stand and I'm not going to get away with it.
But then we also know we can go to Hayley if we're upset as well.
But that's love though, that's tough love, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't even say what I want to say.
But it is, we've all said how much you've changed us. Look, we're all going to go down.
Took too long.
Oh, you have to stop filming, please.
Oh my God, do you pass the tissues round here?
We'll go that way.
It's, anyway, good. I've learnt a lot from you, thank you very much. Thank you. Best wishes with everything. Have you been to an In Conversation at my house?
I came for the Improving People's Lives Award, but I've not been to In Conversation, no.
Oh, right, okay. But I also have this other thing called Tea with Emma.
Yes, I know that you do, yeah.
Yes, which is a small group of us get together and put the world to rights. My house, cup of tea, sandwiches, yeah?
Yeah, fab.
Brilliant, right,
Thank
look,
you.
I'll see you then.
Thank you, take care.
All right, see you.
See you later. Thanks for coming, bye. I'm going into absolute meltdown. I'm going...
Good morning, my name's Jacqueline Marsh. I've got the 10 o'clock appointment with Mr Brown for the care assistant position.
Hello, Jacqueline, pleased to meet you. Perfect. Perfect. Firm this up a bit.
Yeah.
Don't look so serious.
Okay.
Smile. You're happy to be there.
Yeah.
You've got a chance. I'm very happy. Really, really big changes have been made. They're progressing fantastically. They're doing really, really well. I feel really proud. I feel like a mother with kittens.
Good morning, would you be Mr Brown?
I am.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm here for the position of, the interview for a care assistant position.
Fantastic. Of course it's fear. Who's not going to be frightened when they've not worked for a lot of years, a long period of time? Fresh breath. Especially if your interview is first thing on a morning. Always put some gum in, but take it out before you go for the interview. Piercings, facial or mouth piercings I'm talking about, so it's you two I'm talking to. Please do not go to an interview with a stud or any piercings in your face. You, I don't know if you're aware, do it all the time. You mess with the piercing in your tongue and your tongue comes in and out like a lizard. It's the dog-eat-dog world out there. What's going to give you that edge? What's going to make you just that little bit better? Some of the things I've mentioned to you now appear obvious, but they wouldn't have probably done before. You're marketing yourself to the employer. Right, give me some benefits of being in employment. Yep, social status, Jacqueline, is that what you said?
Yep.
Come on, give me some more.
More than likely got more money as well.
Of course.
do more.
Of course. Do you have Asda Smart Price or do you have Bird's Eye? You can make that choice when you've got some money, can't you? When you're on a budget, you can't, can you? OK, give me some benefits of being unemployed. The benefits of having no job. Laying in bed, because you've nothing to get up for.
Being at home with children.
Shall I put more time spent with children?
Yeah.
Getting your housing benefit and council tax.
Yeah.
And free school dinners, free prescriptions.
Right, so how much do you get a week?
About 140, 50, I think.
118.20.
With absolutely everything calculated together, I get about 240 a week.
About 140.
So if they tell you if you get into work, you'll get £250 to work, back to work bonus, and £40 a week tax free. £40 in your hand, in your wage for 1 year. Is that not enough of an incentive? And your childcare paid.
What I'm saying is, we get too much. Compared to somebody who's working all hours God sends, I think we get too much for doing nothing.
Oh my God. You're braver than me, love, because I wouldn't have dared turn around and go, well, I'm on benefits, I'm getting too much money.
I believe it, I do.
But if you believe it, then it isn't wrong. You've got to stand by the courage of your convictions. It's your opinion. I am so proud of you. So unbelievably proud of you. Because there isn't many people... Don't cry. There isn't many people would turn round and say, I get too much benefit. And you mustn't worry about anything you've ever said because it's how you feel. And can I just say to you, how brave is she?
She is.
I don't understand why, out of all the years some of you have sat at home, it's taken 5 weeks in order to accept that the only way forward, be it rightly, wrongly, however you want to look at it, is to actually go out and work. See you tomorrow, ladies. Thank you very much. I really, really did think at first that Yvette would drop out of the course because the anxiety separation from her children was so great. I really did wonder what she wanted from it. I did wonder what I could give her from it. First few weeks, at the end of every positive was a negative sort of added on. Now, she's just so positive and so focused.
I don't want to sound to them that I'm pulling them down for especially Jo, because she's not worked for so long. But I'm not pulling them down. I just think the social should book their ideas up and help the people that want to work more than letting people sit at home, you know, doing what they do every day, all day. I just keep coming back to it because they're just giving them an easy life. I really, really believe they're giving me an easy life. I think they ought to help the people more that do work with council tax and rent and things. I think they've got it all the wrong way around. It don't give people the initiative. Why should people go to work when they're getting so much money and benefits? You know, and council tax, rent and everything, dinner monies get paid for. So why should they get up and get a job? A lot of people think that, I think, anyway.
Hayley's had some encouraging news about a job possibility for the women.
An employer who's opened a new business in Doncaster. Our recruiters have been in contact with him and it's actually transpired that he wanted to come here and interview some of our clients.
What's the business?
It's Poundland, it's a pound shop, which obviously in this economic climate is a wonderful thing. The shop is huge.
Which of the ladies went for?
We had Donna and we had Lindsay. Dawn, Joanne and Yvette. And it would be a fantastic opportunity for the clients to go into that kind of thriving, motivated environment. Yesterday, you went for your interviews, for your jobs. And Mother Cat feels like she's going to lose 5 kittens today because events today could take the turn that you actually get job offers. Do you remember when I spoke to you about the butterfly. And I said to you, where are you now, didn't I? Yeah, do you remember? And a lot said you were still like that. Where are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're already flying.
Beautiful creatures ready to be set free.
Do you know what I think? I think you're about there, observing it all now, and then about to take off. Which, when you think where you were before, is really strange. I'm not bringing it near you, Lindsay, because I know you don't like them. And I know that you did me proud whether you get it or you don't. You're so beautifully turned out. I know that you did everything that you could have done.
Those who are successful today will be offered a 2-week unpaid work trial at Poundland, after which they may be offered a job.
Yes, please, thank you. Thank you. I don't think there's anything though worse than waiting for a phone call. I think it's one of the most stressful things there is, don't you?
So I need some lipstick.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
How do you feel now? You're a working woman. One down, 4 to go.
Who's playing cards?
Speak of the devil. Go on, Joanne.
Yes. Well, I thought it went okay. Yes, very pleased.
I'll take it as a yes then. What are you apologising for? You just need to have faith in yourself, Joanne. Well done. How do you feel now? I never had a minute's reservation with you. No. 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 You could sell sand to an Arab. Well,
Look at smile.
well,
Yeah.
there you go. Oh, don't cry, because you make us cry.
You feel good, but at the same time you feel bad because you think, well, this, like you have said, this could have been done.
But it's done now. And I think you know, you accepting that is the biggest step forward, isn't it? You've learned a lot over the last 5 weeks, and it's all culminated in this point where you can now go on and have a future for you and your daughter. It just sets them on that track then. They will be better off. There will be no purpose in a lone parent going back to work if they weren't going to be financially better off. But it's also what it does to them emotionally and socially. How much, you know, richer in every way.
Can we put a couple of girls on the jukebox?
Another
I know that I've stepped in and I've actually made a difference. How many people can do the job and say on a night when they come home, you know, I've made a difference to somebody's life, their life and the children's lives. You know, and I can say that. And that's a great thing. You know, and if there wasn't businesses like this, you'd never get that feeling, would you? You know, I mean, you go into Emma's at the end of the day, so you've got to make a good impression. I mean, I like to look professional. She's made her money and she's proud of it, isn't she? Why not show it off?
As the majority shareholder in the country's largest private welfare company, Emma Harrison is a multimillionaire in her own right.
I suppose some people think you shouldn't, that it's not right to make that much money out of...
Out of what? Out of unemployed people?
Well, that's what some people say. What do you think?
People may think that, but you know, at the end of the day, you can call it a market if you want to. There is a market, and a successful business person finds that market and then exploits it and then establishes it, sorry. there wasn't companies like us, who's actually going to deal with these people? Pulling that bell, it's like coming to Hogwarts. Who's actually going to take the time to help these people? Nobody, because there isn't anybody else.
Directions to here.
Yeah, Sue can. Yeah. Oh, hello. Hiya. Hello. How are you?
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you. Right, who has milk? Anyway, how are your mums?
My mums are fantastic. Yeah. 4 of my mums are in full-time employment
now.
Wizard.
I'm proud of you then.
Thank you. I'm particularly proud of Dawn. They love her and she loves it there.
Where is she working?
She's working for a new branch of Poundland that opened in the French Gate. Yeah.
And is she definitely better off in work?
Yes.
You see, that's the evidence, isn't it? You know, everyone goes, oh, you're right. But she
is.
Mentally and financially.
Exactly, in every way.
Dodge the balloons. Thank you very much, my dear. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I do. I don't think I would have applied for something if I hadn't been on the course. So I do think the course has done good there. Definitely. And if they don't get kept on, at least we've got a bit more experience now, because like now we can do the till and stuff like that. So I would still then go for something else now.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Is to give us all confidence that even if we don't get a job here, that
you feel like you can go somewhere else. Or I do anyway, personally.
Yeah.
We can do anything.
We can put it to anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So I think now we've all got confidence, haven't we, to just go and apply for anything. Yeah. It's all into it.
Yeah, it's great and everyone's great.
Could you see yourself here?
Yeah, definitely. Oh. Definitely.
Any clues yet as to whether there's a job on the table?
Well, one of the supervisors mentioned on Friday. Yeah, so...
Mentioned?
Yes, for us all getting taken on. So, think positive.
Donna came in this morning, and going back to when Donna first started the group, there was what I suspected to be a drink issue. Well, that was totally confirmed this morning because she's come in absolutely stinking a drink this morning. So
what brought her in?
She came in to bring her timesheet in and a bus pass, and the smell was just horrendous. Right, Miss Donna, you want to come through, sweetheart? It's my job as her tutor to get to the bottom of what it is she can't cope with so that we can help her move forward. Her journey will end if we can't sort of overcome this barrier. You've come in absolutely reeking of alcohol.
I had a drink last night. I had to arrange my friend's funeral. She died on Sunday and I was round with her daughters and her son last night and we had a bottle of wine. I've not had a drink. I swear on my life. Donna. I swear on my kid's life.
Donna. The smell is absolutely overwhelming. Yeah. Donna, what are you going to do if that employer smells this alcohol on you?
Yeah, I'm going to get sacked, aren't I?
Exactly. Exactly. So we're really at make or break point, aren't we? Donna, you've got your own life.
Yeah, I know. I know.
OK, don't cry. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got you everything you need.
I know.
And it's only because I care.
Yeah.
And you must understand that. It's not.
I wouldn't do it if you didn't care, that's you.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. I know.
I want you to get this job and I want you to go on and have a great life. And I'm sorry you're so low and everything's going wrong at the moment.
It's like that sometimes. Everything just snowballs, doesn't it?
It does, and
it's
really
one thing
on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. All right. Yeah. You must never think it's because I didn't care, because it's because I do care.
I know that. And good luck next week. Okay.
I will do. All right. Okay. All right. Take care, darling.
Do you feel better now?
Oh, God, yeah. So much better. Because I can get her help now that she needs. And then she can truly move on with her life, which is what it's all about.
You don't think you have a problem or anything done?
I think I've started drinking a bit too much. But with help, I'm coming back on Monday. I'm here at 9:15 on Monday. I don't think she need be worried. I'm only worried because I know I never used to have a glass of wine or a beer through the week. but I'd started doing it. But it is mainly because of everything that's gone off. So.
You sound like you're not going to let anything get in your way.
No, I told Hayley last week, any opportunity, I'm going to grab it with both hands and run with it. And I really, really mean that.
As Hayley prepares to wrap up another successful Elevate, Yvette drops a bombshell. Her latest back-to-work calculation from the job centre shows that a minimum wage salary from Poundland is no match for the benefits paid to a mother of 4.
Is that the reason why you're not staying in job? Oh, you're joking.
I can't afford to do it.
Because I don't know what to fucking say.
I was happy enough coming off the social until I realised it's just financially I'm not better off.
I just think it's a terrible shame, and I can see your point totally where you're coming from. The system's not right, you know what I mean? We're actually contracted from the job centre to deliver things to help people back to work. And then you deliver it and you build them up and then you try to help them back into work for them only to get into work for it not to be actually financially viable. And that just seems backwards, really. And then I have other clients who only have one child who are going to be financially better off. But then if that system can't help people that want to work, then you have to sort of like call into play that system. It just seems bizarre. You know, when she does want to work, it's not that she doesn't want to.
Next week, the Benefit Busters tackle the problems of the long-term unemployed.
What are you looking for? Construction? Have you been reading the news lately?
With the current climate, there's hardly any jobs out there. You're flogging a dead horse, in a sense.
The classroom's like if they're full of zombies.
Gets to that point where I'd rather slit my own wrists.
I'm coming in here pissed up, ain't helping now, is it?
Now, she's fell out of me. These have. I'm not working and everything's gone tits.
You can see the next episode next Thursday at 9. Well, Britain's only professional matador comes out of retirement. He's the bus pass bullfighter, here on 4 tomorrow at 7:35. Coming up next tonight, we enter a house of horrors. Expect the unexpected in Big Brother.